Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're talking once more about Clover Health, giving you another update for CLOV. Now my previous video is in the description below, but hopefully today I'm going to be able to give you a good amount of updates and try to make sense of what has happened recently and what we anticipate to happen in the near future. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So Clover Health. Now there's a lot that happened in the last 5 days. The last 5-day change has been around 23% negative. Now that is quite a bullet to bite. So let's try to see what happened in the last 5 days or so. Now the last news that we still have is merely back into June 09. That is more than 5 days, almost 11 days, 10 days from where we're at right now. Now that news says that the Clover Health is to scale the in-home primary care program through direct contracting, and the program has driven reductions in hospital stays and medical expense, inks new partnerships with leading home-based care providers. Now that's all cool and everything, but again, what happened? Now if you were to look back, you're able to see a massive push that really went back, I would say around June 7th. And it really started skyrocketing, and around June 9th, it hit the top and just came crashing down ever since then. You're looking at a high of $28.85, almost $30, down to $11.24. Now that is more than a loss of 50% of its entire value. In the last 5 days alone, which was considered even a cooler move than the previous one, it really tanked a lot. Now, in hopes today, I'm going to be able to ask or basically give you a point on where this one is going and what's actually driving this one. Now, I did go before into their presentations, etc., to show you a little bit of the forecasts they have. I believe it's 2 videos ago. Now, in the SEC filings, they've been a little bit quiet about it. The last actual response from them was relating to more shares being issued under Class B, which is basically relating towards exercising outstanding options, etc. And warrants. So nothing really significant that would impact the major float, because these numbers are actually smaller than usual. It's around 7.8 million shares that are being associated to that from around outstanding shares of around 340 million. Now, nonetheless, in terms of the social media buzz, because that's what driven it in the first place, it's been a lot quieter since. Now, there's a lot of bigger names on Twitter and Reddit and etc. that when they actually mention a stock, a lot of people just buy because they mentioned it. It looks like they've been quiet ever since Clover Health started tanking. Now, there could be a reason they're selling or whatnot, but I'm not really pinpointing into that, and we'll look into the technical analysis to see the move. Now, in terms of the short interest, it has been around 20% a day. Now, the current short float here is around 40% from what we're seeing, and this one attempted a short squeeze, and I'm not exactly sure what the updated short float is, but it could have ranged all the way from 20 to 50% from what I see relating towards the daily short interest itself. So just keep that in mind. It has the potential to continue to increase short squeezes or short pushes later on in the future, but you shouldn't be investing or trading your money merely on something that is dropping just for a short interest. You need to look into Clover Health and think, hey, is their business model amazing? And in my opinion, they have a really good business model that can easily be scaled. And to be specific, I keep talking about their forecasts. Their current forecast is by 2023, they're going to be net positive profitability by 2023. And we're able to see that the member growth is anticipated to be around 30 to 35% every year, around 2023, around 40%. So they're really trying to start with 30% and adding 5% additional per year into the member growth itself. Current adjusted EBITDA isn't the best, but the hopes is with scalability, you're able to bring profitability. Now, from the institutional perspective, institutional buyers have been adding somewhat onto this one. The latest one is Prospective Advisors. They have an average price share of around $688 and around 1.5 million shares. They haven't sold so, or at least it doesn't appear to, relating towards these filings. Now, they've been a lot more active in June, as you get to see, for instance, Vanguard added combined close to 10 million shares, actually more than 10 million, close to 11 million shares in the 1st of June. Now we get to see additional things happening, even Vanguard later on, or actually earlier, adding 12 more million shares, etc. And you get to see that it's been added to a lot of indexes, which means that a lot of people are actually interested in it from the institutional buyers. Insiders are not selling. Now, before moving on towards technical analysis, if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button on the bottom right corner. There's also a bell notification button right here. Don't believe me? Check. Now also make sure to drop a like to this video to help this channel grow, and if you would like to join our Discord to ask me more questions, it's easier to find me on there and you can just click on that. Let's move on now towards technical analysis. Now, from the technical analysis point of view, there's a lot of things to go over. For instance, the moving averages. The 10-day simple moving average is above the 30 EMA, which is the exponential form. Between them, there's something called the trading action zone, where most positive reversals occur. Currently, the price point is just below or just above the 30 EMA, still in this trading action zone, which means tomorrow or the day after, that's where you actually start seeing whether reversal is likely. The ADX is actually approaching 50, suggesting that this is actually a downtrend, and closer around 45 to 50 you start seeing reversals. 20% R shows that this one is currently, which is by the way similar to RSI, is currently one of the highest oversold levels it's ever been, which means in all technicality, a momentum would mean more buyers going in. Now in terms of the MACD, this has gone towards the negative side, which suggests either a short-lived negative reversal or, for instance, which is already a negative trend. So in that sense, you might actually start expecting accumulation going towards a positive reversal. Momentum is still positive, clinging above zero at 230. Now, in terms of stochastic fast and stochastic slow, both are actually dipping a little bit downwards, which is a dangerous move in its own sense. And in terms of the Bollinger Bands, you're seeing that at the top is 1923 and in the bottom 364. Ed, what is the Bollinger Bands? Well, these are moving volume average bands, and so in that sense, they usually adjust for the price action and try to anticipate where the price will fall. And currently, it's lying within there. The current moving averages though, which is very similar, expects that this one trades on the top at a 1258 and in the bottom at 1029, which is currently where the price action is at. Now Fibonacci retracement, and the reason I'm using it again is for high frequency traders and institutional buyers, they tend to look at this. So the current resistance is at 1174 on the Fibonacci retracements, 1501, 1765, 2029, and 2405. If we were to look into just mere supports, what I'm going to be doing here is taking a look into a 1 month, 1 hour perspective, as it tends to give you a bit clearer image. The current support here is 1125. Below there, you're looking into 1017 and then down to 930, a very strong one at $9, and then 853 and then 812, going down to 763, 714, and then down to 687. The current resistances though are 1191, 1250, going above there 1340, going above 1392, 1458, going a little bit above to 1549, and then up to 1618, and then up to 1750, going up to 1827, and then further on to 1903, 2029, going up to 2064, 2223, and then up towards 2498, 2599, and 2696. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you actually think about this one? I like their business model. Do I think it still has room to drop further? Well, I would be lying to you if I said it's not a strong downtrend. It is, and I hate to say that. In the sense, you get to see that this downtrend is in this channel. What I see is that in the shorter term, it will continue to drop. If they do actually continue on to scale their business, going with their forecast, this shouldn't matter. This small price fluctuations going down and up shouldn't really matter to you if you're in it for the longer term. If you're trying to trade it, there is a potential it can get perhaps another bounce up. I think my point is it probably will not drop below the $10, but if it does, it can go down quicker. I covered this one last time before, and I did say a specific price points to watch for, and that worked for some people. hopefully this time the key point to look at is the 10 bucks. Hopefully it does bounce back forward, because I do feel for all the poor souls that have bought really higher, closer towards 28 bucks. Now, what do you think about this one? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you made it this far into the video, I do recommend that you go ahead and join our Discord server. There's a lot of amazing folks in here. We do a lot of discussions here into the trading floor throughout the day. A lot of people are in there, and we do ask questions. You can ask me any question you would like on there. We do post research and DDs, and we hold weekly chat sessions. And we also do have a lounge in there. So make sure to actually join that and join the fun there. Have a wonderful day and a good one.